Hello everyone and welcome back to the Vintage Freak YouTube channel. This week we're featuring 17 stock items that I picked up last week in a small haul. They're already starting to sell, so I thought, well, let's make a video before they all disappear. We'll go through them one by one and I'll give you a brief description of roughly what I paid and what I hope to sell them for. So here we go, let's waste no more time, and item number one. Now this is a lovely retro style bird cage. It looks older than it is. They still make them now. I paid about £10 for it, and traditionally they sell for approximately £35 online. It's a nice item. It's got all the accessories and the little wooden perch as well. Wooden base and steel frame. They do sell well, so if you see these, pick them up. The second item is a lovely brass Buddha. Paid about £10 for him. He's the happy seated Buddha, and these can sell for anything between £30 to £40. You're looking for the collector of this type of item. The casting is very good. There's a lot of detail. The edges are sharp, which is what you need to look for. And there are no sign of any cracks or damage, repair or restoration. There's no maker's mark. Age-wise, it's always fairly tricky to tell with brass, but it's certainly got a vintage patina to it, so I would estimate this to be probably post-war, 1950s, 1960s. Hard to say though. Third item, I bought a pair of, that's just numbered up for my stock record, brass, and these are lassi cups. Now lassi cups were used in India to drink yogurt generally out of. The brass keeps the yogurt cool in the extreme heat they have over there. Now both of these cups are hand engraved, and there are remnants of red and black painted, or it's not really enamel paint as such, but red and black painted decoration still ingrained into the etching, or the engraving I should say. Now again, hard to date them. They've got a bit of age. The patina is probably indicates that they could be 20 to 30 years old. Can't guarantee that. One little thing to look for when you buy these is the base, and if you can see it's been turned, then obviously we're not talking about 19th century brass. It's more recent than that. No maker's mark. Came out of India probably in the last 20 to 30 years, I would estimate. I picked them up for £5 for the two, and typically they will sell for £15. So nice, decorative and useful. They sell well. So again, pick them up if you see these out and about at the markets or the car booths. Next item, well there's three actually, and these are just a bit of fun. I picked these up for £10 each. They're hand painted by a professional sign writer, and they're tobacco tins, and he has marked them up. As I say, just a bit of fun. They are empty, I promise you that. Drug money, cocaine only, and tattoo needles. As I say, they are old tobacco tins. That one's still got a little bit of tobacco in it. I don't condone the use of cocaine or drugs, obviously. But there you go, just a little decorative, three little decorative items, and these will probably sell for around £20. So I'm looking to double my money. This is what I call working stock. Not everything's going to make a huge profit, but it just keeps the books turning over, and they will be popular and they will sell. Next up we have an item that has already sold, and this is a high density foam haunted house sign. So it's quite lightweight, double sided, decorative, purely decorative. I don't think it's off a fairground or carnival. I think these are probably manufactured. Not too many, I've seen one other, and this is sold I think for £15, which is probably fair price. Only paid a couple of pounds for it. Next up we have an oak carpenter's spirit level. Now you might think, why have I bought this whole thing? Well, I will show you in another film what I do with them. I turn these into coat racks. If I can get vintage or antique hooks, then I will apply them. Otherwise I'll buy the reproduction and sell them, making clear that the hooks are reproduction. But this is certainly post-war, perhaps 1950s, 1960s maybe, around that kind of period. Spirit level, and if nothing else, at least you'll be able to put it on the wall and get it level, because it still works. Nice brass fittings here, not at the end, and it was made by J. Raybone and Sons, Birmingham, my hometown, made in England. Yeah, so that's a high quality one as well. Raybone made extremely high quality spirit levels. I'm not sure whether they're still going. I might research that. So this will be turned into a coat rack with probably 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, probably 4 or 5 hooks on it. I'll space them out nice and equally so it looks good. I try and keep as much of the patina as I can, which is important, that's what people want. So it'll just be cleaned up and varnished with the bronze effect hooks on them, or bronze hooks. Next up we have again, this is what I call working stock. A set of numbers, little wooden numbers. Here we go. Very much low value. This will probably sell for £10. Paid a couple of pounds for it, that's all. There's a complete set of numbers, and also some handmade cardboard, thick cardboard numbers that are reversible as well. So nothing too exciting there. Working stock, and a couple of pounds paid for. £10, 10 to 15 probably sale. So good little working profit on that. By the way, hang on to the end of the video, because the star item, I'll show you the star item right at the end. Next up, a pair of Esso Blue paraffin cans with the lids. Do unscrew. This will go to the automobilia collector, or as decorative items in somebody's garage or workshop. I've left them in their original condition, just cleaned them off, taken any loose rust off. I probably will be looking to sell these for £20 to £25 each. Probably paid a £5 each for them. Okay, and next up we have more working stock. Small investment, bit of profit. It's an MDF seaside sign. Double-sided, very summery colours, nice light grey, blue lettering, just says seaside, and I can see this selling somebody on the coast somewhere, or memories of a happy holiday maybe, a little cafe on the beachfront. Picked it up for a couple of pounds, and I'll be asking £10 to £15. So I'll at least triple my money. Not a huge profit. It's not all about huge profits. It is about keeping ticking over, and this is a classic example. So I always pick up items like this. It would hang on the wall, so no problem fixing it to the wall or anything like that, and a nice little item. Now, a couple of items that are Slightly more unusual for me. It's not the kind of thing I normally pick up. However, on the 18th of April in King's Heath in Birmingham, there's a vintage fair. We only get a small space, about 6 foot for your table, and it is strictly limited to vintage mid-century items. So I had to go out and buy some stock so I could actually attend this market. It'll be the first market I've been to after the 3rd lockdown. I'm really looking forward to it. It's local, and I'm looking forward to meeting other dealers there that perhaps I haven't encountered before. So these are some of the items that I bought. First up, a lovely little set of mid-century perfume bottles. They're glass rather than crystal. They're pink, not quite cranberry glass, but they're pink glass. It's not cold painted, so that is the actual glass that has that tint to it. And each one has a little glass cut stopper. It's a set of 3. There's no maker's mark on any of the bottles, but they are around the 1950s, 60s period. I paid around £20 for the 3, and I'll be asking in the region of £40 at the market. So no huge profit, but I'm hoping to turn £20 on them, hopefully, at least. Lovely decorative items, engraved pattern around each one. They're all a set, and you can see that the glass is tinted pink. It's not, as I say, it's not a cold painted glass. So now when I say cold painted, that is when the paint is applied after the glass has been blown, but this is the colour of the actual glass that was used. So nice little set there. I'll put them down without breaking them, which is probably what I will do before I get to the market. And in line with that little set there, I bought 3, again, perfume bottles. They're all the same. Now, I don't know whether these are for use in the laboratory or whether they are purely bottles for dressing table tops. I don't know. I'll probably do some research into them. Paid about a £5 for the 3. As I say, they're all identical, and each one has the little dipper. They're glass, they're not crystal. They've kind of got a laboratory look to me. I'll be asking probably around £15 each for these, just to move them on quickly. No chips or cracks, nice and tactile, and they're just as decorative really as functional, I guess. So I'm hoping to get about £15 each, as I said. Paid that a £5 for the 3. So nice healthy little profit. And what you'll notice is that even though there's not a huge profit on any of these items, you add it up, it starts to become quite healthy. And that's the way I work. That's kind of my end of the antiques and vintage market. Get it in SPQR, which stands for small profit, quick return. Keep the books turning over, keep getting new stock. That keeps people interested in your eBay shop. And also, if they know I'm going to be selling at a market or a fair, then they know my table will have lots of new stock on it that they haven't seen before. So I'd always recommend turning it over, keep the churn going, take the profit and move on. Now, the last item is, in my opinion, is the star of the whole haul. It is an Art Nouveau table lamp, and it's a taxidermy table lamp. Now, how spectacular is that? I would certainly date this at very, very early 20th century, possibly even late 19th century. I believe the top to be silver, although it's not hallmarked, so this could be European. There's no marks on it anywhere, so it could be European silver. I think it's been rewired at some point. Well, I know for a fact it's been rewired at some point. I need to get it pat tested by my electrician, and that's very important if you're selling electrical items. They need to be safe, so always get them checked out and pat tested by a competent electrician. Now, what's a pat test? Pat test is portable appliance test, which is basically any item that isn't fixed to the wall or secured to the ground. This is obviously could be portable on the tabletop, dressing table, bedside table, sideboard, whatever. It's in excellent condition. Deer hooves, small deer hooves, and as I say, with what I think is a silver cap on the top and an oak base which has a carved pattern all around the circumference. There's no felt or anything on the base. I will be, well, first of all, what did I pay for it? Well, I paid roughly, when you take into account the rest of the haul, I paid approximately £60 for it, and I will be asking a minimum of £120 because I think that's quite a special item, and I've done a little bit of research on it and I can't find anything similar to this. So I don't believe it's mass produced, but I can't find anything similar anywhere online. If you know any more about this particular item, please leave a comment, get in touch with me, because I'd love to share your knowledge. As I said, it's in excellent condition, very clean and tidy, no sign of repair or restoration. It does work, even though it's not pat tested yet. I have plugged it in. At one point I thought this might be a keeper, which means that I'm not going to sell it, but I really need to avoid keeping my own stock. So this will be for sale, and it is a perfect item for the fair in King's Heath on the 18th of April, even though it's a little bit earlier than period, mid-century vintage. It'll still sit nicely on the table and has that vintage look to it. So there we go. That is the haul. Mixture of some higher priced items and working stock that will deliver a small profit. Add it all together, probably paid around £140 roughly for everything, and I'm certainly looking to get around the £300 plus, maybe £350 back. So well worth picking this haul up, and I'm looking forward to selling it and seeing what it does actually, what I do recoup from it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this film. There will be more haul films on the way. Please like, comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video, and take care and stay safe.